All right, good morning to all of our Memory Bound Facebook friends. Today we're going to celebrate an event that many people celebrate. Not everybody, but a lot of people. And Bobbi's here, and she's got a wedding album to show us, and maybe it'll help you make your wedding album. I know both of my kids have gotten married, Bobbi, and I have their pictures, but I have not done anything with them. So I'm looking forward to today.
Awesome.
And hopefully everybody else is too. You're going to get lots of ideas. Bobbi was here with a baby album. Yep. So we're now we're going to do the wedding. I was going to say we're going backwards, but you know what? Anymore today, that is not backwards at all. And sometimes you have one and not the other, and you never know. But she's using the Wedding Bells collection from Echo Park, and she's going to tell you how neutral it is and how you can use different colors with it. And I'm also going to have somebody grab a couple different colors too. Becky's here. So hello, Bobbi.
Hi, guys.
And
How
I'm
are
Kelly
you?
at
Good
Memory
morning.
Bound. Becky, would you be able to get us maybe like a dusty mauve color of cardstock or color vibe, and maybe a pink, a soft pink?
Oh, there you go. I didn't even think pink.
Yeah, you don't really think pink. So we're gonna show some other colors to go with that. Because with the greens, I think that does make it neutral. Because most weddings have green in your flowers, your bouquets, your greenery. Okay, Chris says she finished her oldest daughter's album, and she's been married 7 years.
Perfect.
All right, well, congratulations. It's got to be a good feeling, and it's on the list. I want to do it, but you know what? There's so many things on the list, Bobbi, don't you think?
It's never-ending to-do list.
But you're getting it done. You're getting it done.
I'm trying to get it done. So as most of you guys know, this is what I like to call a mom project. So my niece's best friend is getting married. So mom's like, hey, can you make an album? And so I'm like, sure. And I know, Kelly, you mentioned, we're still waiting for some of the, our pictures to get in a book. But sometimes I also think it's waiting for that perfect page collection that we have, and I'm in love with this one. I'll be honest.
Well,
I think
Bobbi,
Wedding Bells,
it's bliss, but
bliss,
it's wedding
yeah.
wedding bliss, but it's the collection's Wedding Bells. I think we should open that pack and show
one?
people.
Okay.
Thank you. Yep.
I'll be honest, Kelly, this is my second album doing with this collection. So I think
so you are a lover of it.
I
then.
am very much. Maggie, I'm just going to scoot right behind you so that doesn't get ripped. No, oh, come on. All right, so we've always, it starts with our sticker pack. That's one of the favorite things to kind of take a look at is all those stickers and the options that you have. And I'll show you where I've used some of these stickers. The other album that I used, I did use more, but Kelly, I also fell in love with We Have Our Perfect Match. And I'm going to kind of show you how I'm going to put those in the album today.
And the Perfect Match is a different collection, and it is from American Crafts. And we showed it when it came in, but Bobbi, if you want to ring the bell, I think we're going to have somebody pull. Okay, Becky, would you look to see what we have for a perfect match, some of the papers or the paper tablet, so we can show it today?
And I think the colors with the perfect match
go
well. So it's a great
Bobbi,
pairing.
It's a perfect match.
It is a perfect match, and that's what what weddings are about: is finding that perfect match.
The perfect match. Oh my gosh!
In regards to it, so we're going to work with that a little bit today. But this is kind of the paper pack, and Kelly, I love the colors. I love how it can literally go with anything. You can got the grays. On that one, and look at it. I love the little flowers.
Will you flip it over so we can? Well, I think this is the A side.
Oh,
so maybe show that and then flip it, and then
I'm learning something new today.
We'll go wow, and then you're like, and here's the B side.
I like to look at stickers. I like stickers. Stickers are kind of my.
Well, they're good because they can be a sticker or a die cut depending on what you're doing with them. Oh, that's pretty with the roses.
I know. But then again, if maybe the person doesn't have a lot of roses.
This is what I wanted to do, Bobbi, and I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Oh, no, you're fine.
Bobbi's using, you're going to be surprised at what Bobbi's using, but look at how nice and pink goes with it.
Yep.
So you're not limited to the green on here. That's just the floral colors.
Yep. And then there's that side. Ooh, I like this. I like that just in general.
Yeah, that's a good one for a lot of things.
And like you were saying, the greenery just in flowers in general, use that with the backing. And I've got some of our colors pulled. Again, like you guys know, I'm a color vibe person. So These are great, and you'll see in the album, I did use a few of the 3x4s on there in the album, but sometimes you can't use them. So one, you can either cut those down, use them as a card. So unfortunately, I did not make any cards because, Kelly, I took full advantage of this.
Oh, that's very pretty.
Of the 3x4s, you know, to kind of have on the page, and you'll see that as we go through it. But yeah.
And look at the cakes. You can just set it right there. Thank you, Becky.
Perfect. Everybody needs a cake. I should have brought a cake. And that, but yeah, the cakes, and then they have the perfect stickers for the cakes. There's one and then two, so those go perfect with it. And then I love the grays. And then look at that one. So these make perfect backgrounds.
Well, and I'm kind of excited because we have a message here from Janie, and she said I lost my messages, guys, so I'm sorry. Okay. Her daughter's been married 16 years, and she's still working on it because she had grandchildren, and they took the top notch.
Yep.
And Barbara, congratulations. In August, she and her husband will have been married 50 years.
Congratulations.
Isn't that nice? And this one's pretty with the dresses.
And then, like you said, put that pink.
Yeah, so Bobbi's using blue, and we didn't show that. We haven't shown what Bobbi's using because your colors I thought were really amazing.
Thank you.
But just when we get done, we can maybe even pull some other colors and show you how neutral this is.
And that's what I like about it, because you can use different colors depending on, you know, what the bride and groom are using. Who is it that picks the colors? Usually the bride, right?
But I don't know.
So there's that. And then look at, again, I did use some of the 4x4s on this one.
So this collection, if you're just joining us, is called Wedding Bells. And Bobbi's made a wedding album she's going to show us. But I wanted you to see the paper and the collection before we got started. Yeah. And then you can see how Bobbi integrated it into her album.
And one thing I do like about this is even like the browns. So I did pull one of our browns out. I can't remember. I don't know the colors like you do, Kelly. So,
well, we can read them on the paper.
There you go. And then this is a great one. Kind of just the different things that it's talking about. It looks like it took some of the 4x4s and the 3x3s and just made them into little smaller banners for everybody.
And on the back of that is what, a gray?
Yep.
Gray pattern.
And then the rings. And this one was fun to play with. I like the rings one.
Well, that's good for engagement, too.
How I incorporated some of that. And then we've got the black, of course. Then we've got the 4x6s. So I did use some of those, I believe.
And this is kind of different because these are vertical. And a lot of the 4x6s are really 6x4s.
Yep. And then we've got her shoes and his bow tie. So again, it's fun just to flip, you know, them over. And then we've got, again.
That's a pretty floral.
I like that.
Very pretty.
With the blues and with the grays. I mean, again, and you can pull any of the colors that they have in there and then mix and match with different colors. And then the just married. So that makes a great last page.
Driving off in their car.
Yeah. And then that one's always fun. And then,
here's the 6x4s.
There we go. Yep.
I love that they have both directions.
Correct. Yep. And this is what I used, you know, for the front of it. So you've got the beautiful wedding day. And another thing, Kelly, that, you know, I heard some of you say some of you are trying to do like your daughter's wedding.
There we go, our daughter's wedding.
And then we do have also our son's wedding. So you can't forget the sons.
I have one of each I need to work on.
Okay, there you go. Do you want me to add these to your card?
Put them on my tab.
There you go. There you go. So yeah, so you can use either what the paper pack has, or we have the die cuts that make it a little bit easy as well, just depending on what you're looking for. But being this is a gift for somebody, I just did our wedding so that they can use that. And then there's the floral or the greenery on the back.
Yeah, I don't know. Let us know how you're liking this paper pack. I think it's really nice.
And this would be good for the reception or, you know, the gift opening, whatever, you know, however people work it out. Kind of got the gifts, got the shoes, got the rings, banners. And then there's the back.
And there, so that's the collection pack. Our wedding, or no, was it our wedding? Now I've already forgotten. Wedding bells.
Wedding bells. It's
And
just a fun
that's
wedding
the
collection.
And then we're going to show how Bobbi used it, and then we're going to show you the other collection from American Crafts called A Perfect Match, because it's all about weddings today. And then we're going to show you maybe some other color options.
Yep. So this is what I talked about with the 4x6 that I used for our wedding. So like I said, I'm doing it for somebody else, or if you're doing it for your wedding or even your son's and daughter's wedding and don't want to get the die cuts, that's perfect to use. And then I just used our stickers. So when I called or messaged this gal, I asked her, I go, what colors are you using? And she told me navy and sage. So what do? I run to our color vibe section and grabbed some navy, grabbed some sage. As you guys like to or know, I like to buy our 12x12 paper packs. So I get the black, off-white, white, and then the natural.
And these are 12x12 Basil cardstocks. They're all smooth, and they come 25 sheets to a pack. And the price varies a little bit on those because I don't know if you guys realize it, but sometimes black paper costs a little bit more. I don't know if it has to do with the dyeing or what. So, but those are available also in 8.5 by 11.
Yep.
They're good for matting, and I think that's what you use it for, don't you, Bobbi?
They are, or even I'll just use it for
a page.
For a page, kind of as sometimes you just don't want all the bling and all of that, and you just want to break it up. So page 1, perfect for them. I try to do like a 5x7 or a little bit, I think 5.25 by 7.25. So they can usually do a big picture, and then 4x6. Usually it's about the sizes that I cut or the 3x4s when it comes to that. So that's page 1.
Nice start to the album.
Thank you. And like I know those of you that have seen me before, I unfortunately don't use the back just because, again, if these guys want to move things around, they can move the album around depending on how their flow of the wedding is going. So here's one of the 2 pages. So we've got some stickers right here. I did use one of our 3x4s. And one other thing that I kind of like to point out is, we can add bling if we wanted to.
Oh, sure.
Well,
I'm all about that, Bobbi. I love to add bling. The honeybee has these pearls, and they come in, this is the regular pearls, the true pearls, but you can get them in warm and cool colors depending on your project.
Yep.
And then, of course, you've got the clear gems, and then Spellbinders has their color essential gems, and they come in all different colors. So you could match those to your wedding very nicely. There is kind of a sagey green. And then this is part of the perfect match, and these are little glitter hearts and enamel dots.
Yep.
And these little perfect match things are $4.99. Ooh, Bobbi, I didn't realize there's 2 sheets, so it's front and back.
Perfect. I haven't even opened that one yet.
So there's 106 there.
Nice. And nope, that's perfect. And Kelly, one other thing I kind of want to point out here. I don't know if you guys noticed it, but
I did
you know
not.
what? Here's the perfect time, guys, to pull out your sparkle washi tape in regards to that. So we do also have.
So there it is.
Yep. This is again this one's graphic 45. So there's just some different colors. We do have the silver. I didn't grab that. I apologize. But also look in your stash because I'm sure people have.
And look at here. It's a little accent. And I think, Bobbi, when you have a photo here on your white mat, that's going to show up a lot more too.
Yes.
Your tape.
Yep. And some of it I just try to back just a little bit. You'll notice with me, guys, that I don't back a lot or I don't do a lot of layering in regards to that one. Just my time, I don't have a lot of time. So it's here, get it on. And then again, it's more so that people can have their pictures on that one. And then let's go to this one. So there it is.
Oh, I like that you did the bride on the left and the groom on the right.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep, and we took the one paper that has the shoes and the bow ties and just cut that in half. And I think, Kelly, if I look at it, and so one thing I also like to do when I do our albums is, again, look at both sides of it. So this one, you'll see that it did. So I just literally cut this guy out, and then I just used the rest right here.
Oh,
and flip that over.
So can you repeat that, Bobbi?
I can.
I was a little slow to the table.
You're a little slow to the table. That's all right. So I cut out the gentleman. I cut out his.
Which she put right here.
Yep. And then these guys over here, I flipped it over because that's that side and used it right there.
Okay.
And then I cut her out, put her down here,
There's
and
the
then
bride.
use the other half of it.
Clever. I like that.
And so that's the nice thing about it.
I didn't realize those were on the same paper, so that's a good tip.
Yep. And so sometimes that's what I have to look at is like, okay, what portion of, especially when we're talking with the ones that have the wording, what do they have on it and what's on the other side and how can I incorporate it? But I just thought that was perfect that they did it. And I think when they make the packs, they look at things like that, like what all can they use it and flip it. So I backed everything, or not backed everything, but I pulled in the black and used it for them and then used some of the stickers on there. And again, I can go back through and embellish with some of the bling in regards to it.
Yeah, it'd be cute to put a little bling
like there you go.
The belt
maybe on his little
dress.
on his little tuxedo right there.
Yes, that's a great idea.
Perfect. And then here, let's go to the next one. And we've got this. So again, Kelly, I just kind of took some of the paper, cut it, I think 1 inch, 1 or 2. I'm not good at writing things down. It's just, I kind of like to go by the eye. And again, I used our little washi tapes.
So it kind of dresses it up when you put a little extra. And if you didn't have the washi tape, you could take a piece of glitter paper and cut it into a strip and put it right there too.
So one thing that we can do is maybe let's take this one, Kelly, right here and do the first look. Because everybody, or I don't know if everybody does the first look where they look at,
I think mostly.
Their spouse.
I mean, I see pictures of that on Facebook.
Yep. That surprise look. So we're going to take it. And so there's a couple different ways. One, I brought my adhesive. So when I do our albums or when I'm using like our die cuts that are like this, I use our dotted.
The dots. Okay.
Yep. Do I have?
And this, you've got the green dots.
So I have the green dots. I think it just depends. I'll be honest, guys. I use them interchangeably.
This one is repositionable, and I know this is a Janet favorite and a Katie favorite. And if you get the blue cartridge, that is the permanent, and that one is unavailable right now. So we're hoping it comes back in soon. But these also come in a smaller size, so you can get the same exact adhesive in a smaller dispenser, and you can do the same thing. But I agree, the dots are nice because you don't want to put a tape on there because it's going to show.
Nope. And what I'm going to do to save the table is I'm just going to.
So any dot roller that you have, and then the dots that don't make it onto your die cut, they just go on your paper, or in this case, the package. We could have got you a piece of scratch paper, Bobbi.
That's all right. You know what? It's time to work harder today.
Work with what you have.
Exactly.
So let me zoom in on this. So you can see the dots on there, the dot adhesive.
Put my hand behind it. So then we're going to take this, and we're just going to.
It's kind of a not flimsy, but you know what I mean.
They're delicate. We'll use delicate.
And Bobbi, while you're gluing that down, I want to mention that we have Mrs. and Mr., but we also have Mrs. and Mrs. And we have first look with 2 brides. So we do have a diverse, depending on your wedding and the people in your wedding, we do have other options for that. Thanks to one of our local customers that requested it. And I'm like, yeah, we do need that.
Yes.
So that looks great.
Yeah, and so again, I'm okay with going over stickers too. I mean, it just adds a little bit more bling,
a little more layering.
Yeah. So those are perfect. Another thing that I could have used is our glue press when it comes to gluing those down. Get a little bit more precise on that. So, and again, you can add bling. I know when I've done a video with you guys, I've heard, they send maybe bling with them or leftover stickers. So if the bride wants to go back through and put everything. One thing, Kelly, I'm going to point out here is when I do my washi tape, I do it a little bit longer.
Oh, and just wrap it around.
And just wrap it around so it's not getting caught on any pages.
And it has a clean finish.
Yep.
Now, can you ring the bell, Bobbi?
I can.
I would like what you just mentioned struck a thought for me.
Oh.
Some people have also sent adhesive with the album, and I want to have somebody can you get us one of our disposable adhesive runners to sell that we can show what you could send with an album, Maggie? Scrapbook Adhesives has adhesive that, you throw away. It's the throwaway dispenser. I said disposable adhesive, and that probably didn't make any sense, but Maggie's getting it for us.
All righty.
So I do like that sparkle on there, Bobbi. That's really nice.
And like I said, look in what you guys have, because sometimes I know I've collected washi tape. We have great selection of washi tape, and just add it right next to the page versus sometimes I've seen the girls, they cut up smaller pieces of our paper and use that. But I think the washi tape just adds a little bit of that to it.
And if you're just joining us, Bobbi showed the Graphic 45 washi tape, and and they do have 2 glitters. That cream is a glitter. I don't know if you can see it, and then the white are gold, and then the foil. And this comes in gold and silver, so you get 3 rolls for $6.49, and they're kind of thick rolls too, wouldn't you say, Bobbi?
Those are, some of them are thicker and thinner and everything. So yeah, take a look at our washi tape line that we have. So this is all about the bride and her. So like Kelly said, we do have stickers that are not stickers, but what is it, die cuts that just say the bride. So if you need that, we've got that. And then we do have the groom. Now, unfortunately, the groom didn't get its own page. It's all about
it's all about the bride.
It's all about the bride. Alrighty, now this is the ring one. So like you said, we could do this as an engagement
or
picture,
the ring ceremony,
or the rings, yeah.
when they exchange rings.
And I don't know, did I bring in? I did not. I brought a cutting the cake. So yeah, take a look at those and see how what you want to add on top. And just because it's the ring doesn't mean that I have to put the ring on
right.
that
That's
at
very
all.
true.
So, and then again, there's the
thank you.
Perfect.
Okay, so a little bit ago Bobbi mentioned some people send embellishments or whatever. If you're making a gift album, and these are also a great thing to send. These are disposable, easy tape runners. I'm having a hard time getting that out, Bobbi. So this is $11.49, and you could maybe give them both, or maybe depending on how big the album is, open it and give one away with another kit. And there's 2 styles. This one's got both of the kind of like slits or the little rectangles, and this one comes with the larger rectangle and the smaller little rectangle. So those are an option for you if you want to include an adhesive.
Yeah, and that's perfect for the pictures because it's you know, it's funny what different people use. When I did my baby album for my boss, he sent me a picture and he was using double-sided tape.
So was he putting out pictures?
He was putting pictures in it. He sent it to me and was putting pictures of Charlotte in the album. So he keeps saying it's the best gift. So him and his his wife are doing it.
My
so
gosh.
yeah.
So I think Janet can probably post a link to that. But the last time Bobbi was here, she showed a baby album she made for, like she said, for her boss, and it's cool to know that they are enjoying it.
Yeah, because when we give an album away, we don't get to see, the final product.
Yes.
So Kelly, let's maybe do cutting the cake.
Oh, that's
what
a
do you
good
think?
one. Yeah,
what do you think about that? And then guys, like I talked about, and sometimes my my cutter, it doesn't cooperate, but you know what? I think that adds character to an album when you have a little bit of fuzzies.
So how are you going to adhere this one down, Bobbi?
Do you think let's try the glue press because I do love our glue press.
So Bobbi's going to use the precision glue press from My Sweet Petunia. If you've got one, just give us a heart or a thumbs up. We know you love it. I think most of our staff here have these, and they hold a liquid glue. They're $34.99. That's the suggested retail price, and you get a bottle of glue, an empty bottle, and you get the glue press itself with a stand and an empty cap also.
Yeah, let me make sure mine's up. It is working.
And I didn't really explain it, and we've said this a million times, so I'm sorry to repeat it, but somebody might be new. It's got this little pink little silicone plunger. Oh gosh, you should see the hearts coming through, Bobbi.
Awesome.
And so when you set it in the stand, the tip, that needle nose tip,
it just
touches the plunger, and you don't have to be putting the lid on and off all the time.
Yep.
Because we all know that those types of lids do clog.
They do. And Kelly, I'll be honest, when I traveled, it's here somewhere, but I just put my lid on it just because when I traveled, I know the store has one, but I like to use my stuff too. So I just put the lid on when I travel to like a crop or when I travel wherever.
Well, I think that's smart because if it would come undone.
Yes.
And can you ring the bell one more time, Bobbi?
This is they're going to be like, Bobbi needs to,
All right. And Bobbi, before you glue that, I want you to know that Denise said your baby album inspired her to do one for her newest grandson.
Awesome.
She said it was the fastest album she's ever done.
Perfect.
And it'll probably be a very well-loved album also.
Perfect. And guys, I'm going to be honest.
Can you get us the box that fits in, the clear box, Marcia?
Okay.
Ask Maggie if you're not
It's
sure.
right next to the glue press. I do know that. Ladies, and I'll be honest, like I said, this is my second album.
And
gentlemen, I apologize. Folks, so this is honestly, this is the second album I've done, and literally what I did is I videotape when I do my albums before I send them to the customer, if it's somebody's getting it to me or from me. I literally watched the video and just kind of recreated, didn't have to recreate the wheel.
Well, and you don't need to, everybody, because if you're making these for gifts, you're probably not making 2 of this album for the same person.
No, and you're just changing. So should I put it down there, do you
that's kind of neat. Thank you.
Thank you. Perfect. So there, or do you think up here?
Well, let me stand back. That's kind of a nice open spot there, Bobbi, and then they could put a picture down here. I like both. I really like both.
And guys, like I said, and folks, sorry, I'm used to, you know, if I have just an open sheet like this and I don't know what I'm going to do with it, just plop it on there. You know, I know there's not much for a picture, but
I think a picture would fit great.
Perfect,
right there.
Yeah. I mean, they can do it however. They can do a 4x6 or a couple different ones. That's what I mean. It's always fun to kind of see. So.
And Bobbi, I apologize. I never cleaned the table yesterday after our inky
That's
demo.
That's all right.
I meant to come back and do that. And so Bobbi's using the glue press, which has a very fine point tip. And I actually put my whiter tip on mine, Bobbi.
Oh, you did? Okay.
I was making an album, and I was gluing paper on the pages with it. So I wanted the glue to come out a little faster. While Bobbi's putting the glue on that, this is the 6x6 art bin storage box. It's $5.99. And it holds the glue press. And I've got mine in one at home. We've got one, the stores is in one here. And it holds the glue press, the holder, your extra bottle, and it's all in one container, which is really handy. But when you put it in here, put your cap on, like Bobbi said, so that it doesn't get hard.
Maybe I'll have to buy me one before I go.
Maybe you will.
All right, so there it is. Pretty simple.
Got her glue on there. Now the trick is,
Bobbi,
you can turn it. You don't have to do it upside down.
Perfect, thank you. It's weird because when I scrapbook, those of you that have scrapbooked with me, it's like I'm used to having sweatpants on, and they literally
you wipe the glue on them?
I wipe the glue.
I wipe them on your nice pants there.
That's
shorts.
all right.
I don't know if you're wearing shorts or
I'm wearing
shorts.
Yeah. It's summer, Kelly. It's short, even though it's raining here.
And you know, we are getting nice rain, and Bobbi, today Doug took the garbage out, and we had a bit of a puddle at the end, quite a bit of a puddle, like kids would have had a blast. And so he stepped in the grass thinking, you know, to avoid the puddle in the driveway and the cement, but the grass was full too. So poor Doug had to go change his shoes. So we've had a lot of rain. I don't know how much. Do you have any idea how much?
I do not, because honestly, Kelly, when I left this morning, I saw it before I was getting ready, and I didn't realize that when I walked out of the door that it was still raining. So I'm like, maybe shorts weren't the best idea. Oh, just over an inch.
Diana reported it. Diana reported over an inch.
So what I'm gonna do?
Yeah, do it like that. I like that.
And that's the one reason, like, I mean, the repositionable, I can't talk very well, works well, because then you can, you know, have it where you can pull things off and make it a little bit.
Well, and Bobbi, we appreciate you doing some of this live after you've created your pages. That's really nice, so we could see it.
Well, I'm learning to do it live and put some of it on it, because I'm not like, you know, the girls where they're used to being, I just get the album done. So, all right, then we have this one right here. I don't know what I did. I just kind of threw some things together because, you know, you've got pictures. They take pictures of the guests. They take pictures of, you know, different things around the ceremony. Again, I used my little sparkle. And let's maybe take a look at this, Kelly, at the...
Well, and you guys might be noticing that Bobbi added a navy to this collection, which there is not really navy in the collection at all, but you can just throw in your other color, and it turns out really nice.
Look at that, Kelly. That might be fun for a card or something.
There's a paper like that I love.
Oh, and there
Okay, so Bobbi's opening up a perfect match, the ephemera, and that's an American Craft wedding collection. Bobbi, how about if I let you look at your ephemera and kind of figure out what you want to do, and I'm going to show people the collection over here that Becky went and got for us. We showed it when it came in, but here's a little reminder that we have the ephemera, like Bobbi's using, and then it's got puffy stickers, and this is called a perfect match, and it's got, here's the paper that we have. Oops, let me turn this around, guys. So here are some of the papers from A Perfect Match. And you know what? Look at this with these words. For as long as we both shall live. And that's kind of a distressed looking paper. I like that. And then the back has got the green. Bobbi, I see why you like this, how it goes so well with wedding bells. And this is a nice cut apart. It's called Our Day. And on the back of that one is another green pattern. And here's the paper that was on the pack. I love this paper. This does not have to be wedding paper at all.
That looks fun.
Isn't it fun? That's the reception. And then on the back has got a pretty silver pattern. And then you've got a gold pattern here called Tying the Knot. And that looks like knots. And then on the back it's got kind of a blush pink pattern with some little speckles. And then we have Best Wishes. And you can see all of this online. There is a category for tying the knot, or I'm sorry, perfect match. Okay, and this paper we showed you, but look at this one, everyone. This is a 4x6 cut apart. And then here's the back. So it's very neutral also, wouldn't you say, Bobbi, for
I
this
would say
collection?
yes.
And then this is love letters.
Ooh, I like that.
This reminds me of the new Everyday Junk from Photoplay. And then you got pink hearts on the back. And then we do have the 6x8 tablet if you're doing a smaller project or maybe you want to make some wedding cards. So that is a perfect match. And then Bobbi has the ephemera all dumped out over here for us.
I was going to say, I'm having fun with this.
Yeah, that's good. It's very pretty.
It is. It's fun. And so with the ephemera, I do like to kind of either pop it up or, mainly pop it up. Or again, it's okay to put pictures over the ephemera.
Oh, sure. Or if you adhere it in the middle, they can kind of slip them down too.
Yep. Or slide it underneath.
And Janet just linked the pages that Peggy made, the wedding pages with the perfect match.
How did I miss that album?
So well, you can click on that.
Thank you, Janet.
You know, you can go to our blog anytime, and there's a link there from memorybound.com, a link to our blog, and you can search on wedding, or you can search on Bobbi or Katie, or if you're looking for a certain thing. Janet has everything categorized in themes. So like there's cards, there's mini albums, there's layouts, all kinds of different things. And you can also subscribe to our blog. And Bobbi, that's what I do. I get an email every time Janet makes a post, and then I can read it. There's a question. Is the navy blue part of the wedding colors?
It is part of her wedding colors. So that's what I do when I do albums for in regards to a wedding, is I try to figure out or ask them what color, we do have big ones, what colors they have on their...
And then you just add that in.
Add it in, or try to add it in as much as I can.
Hey, Diana. Which I thought that was amazing that she took this collection. Can you grab me that pile of paper back there? When I saw it, I'm like, oh, wow, Bobbi put navy with this. And she's using the Photoplay, or I'm sorry, Simple Stories Color Vibe navy. Thank you. And what I find amazing, I've got my hands full here, Bobbi. Can you just get me the paper on top right there?
The perfect one on top? Yeah.
Yeah. So the paper, Wedding Bells, does not have any navy in it. But look at how Bobbi... Okay, I got to just stop and collect myself for a minute. Look how Bobbi then, she added navy, and it worked out perfect with this. So that's what I'm amazed by, Bobbi, is that collection is very neutral. You don't think it's neutral until you start working with it.
And one thing to do, and I know my mom sent me the link to it, if you do know the bride and groom, or if you can get any information about them, do they have like a wedding link or something like that? So you can kind of pull some inspiration.
Like on the knot or something.
Yeah, pull inspiration from that.
Okay, so let's see what all you've added. You got a flower, some ephemera here, and up at the corner, and over here. And I'll back up a little bit so everybody can get the full effect of it.
I'm not as clean as the girls are when they do. See, at home, this would just go on the floor,
Well,
Kelly.
we have a garbage that's just not over here like it usually is.
It goes on the floor, and then the cats run off with it.
And Darlene says the ephemera is perfect for those pages. And
Isn't it?
I couldn't agree more. It's not even the same collection. And it looks amazing.
Yep. And that's, I mean, I think that's, Kelly, Memory Brown, we do, I think, a great job. I say we, but you guys do a great job pulling in colors or different collections that we can intermix together and do all of that. So never would have thought of it. But okay.
Looks good.
Let's go to this one.
And here she used the navy for the background.
Yep. And
it's very striking. And you have to imagine all of this with photos, too. I think that makes a big difference. Looks good.
Perfect. Yeah. And
plenty of room for photos.
I was going to say we can do whatchamacallit. I don't even know what to do there. I mean, the dance. What do you think? Should we do the dance?
That's up to you, Bobbi. It's your book.
Is my mom on? Mom, what do you think?
So you're making, when you say a mom project, it's for your mom?
Yes.
Okay.
It's for my mom, it's my niece's best friend's.
And your mom's giving it as a gift?
Yes.
Okay. When you said mom project, I thought maybe any mom, but.
Well, yeah, that too. Any mom
it could be any mom.
You know, but it's perfect because, I mean, think about the moms when they're helping their daughters plan their weddings. They don't have time for this, so this is a perfect thing for us to kind of do as like a bridal shower gift or even a wedding gift.
It's perfect.
So yes, you guys know my mom well, and when I come in, I'm like, okay, I've got a mom project to do.
Well, and Darlene is inspired now to, after 4 years, she's got all her pictures.
Perfect.
She's going to work on her daughter's album. So, Darlene, just go out to Memory Bound's wedding section in our themes, and you'll find all kinds of good stuff.
We've got some great stuff. And then
sometimes it's the fear of getting started, or not the fear, but getting started sometimes is the hardest part, and then you can't stop.
Yep. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to push this one aside so that the glue dries.
It's
clear,
quick, but yeah, and it dries clear, but you don't want to.
Nope, just in case.
You don't want to glue your pages together, Bobbi.
All right, and then here's the fun one. So that I'm going to do. We're going to do. Maybe I didn't. Oh, the reception. Mom, send more money. I'm adding more of this.
And you know, you could cut these titles out with your Cricut or your Cameo.
Yes.
And you could definitely do that, but you could also purchase them already made, depending on what you want.
Look how quick, Kelly. Think about it. If I had to bring in my Cricut to cut all this, we'd be, having to talk over that.
And I'm just going to show again, Bobbi, I'm kind of in awe of how you put blue with this collection and how amazing it looks. And earlier, if you're just joining us, I had Becky go and grab us some pink. And so you could kind of see that you could easily put pink with it and see how nice that looks. It's very neutral. And I know a lot of people's weddings, I don't know if that's proper.
It's all right.
A lot of people's are doing kind of a blush for their colors. It's kind of popular right now, navy and blush. And I think blush looks really nice with this collection also. And I bet if you went and got maybe a lavender, would look nice.
And so, Kelly, I'm just taking some of this.
You're picking out some more. You're doing this quick, Bobbi, on the fly.
On the fly. And honestly, this is kind of how I do it at home at a crop. You guys know I'm a mom of twins. Work, as you guys say, I have a real job.
Yep.
So I don't have time. I got to get it done and go from there. And
Janet has a really good comment here, Bobbi, because she says sometimes wedding albums are intimidating because you want them to be so perfect. As perfect as, say, your daughter's wedding or whatever. And you're showing us it doesn't have to be scary. I think you just get started and do it.
I think the scary part is when it comes to maybe cropping the pictures. And that took me a while to understand that I didn't need the whole 4x6 or 5x7.
Yeah,
it's okay to, I don't want to say cut people out, but cut people out because you might have them on another picture.
I like how you're putting those two little lovebirds together. A couple doves there.
Yep. And folks, like I said, this is how I do it at home. I just kind of throw everything. That's also why I have like 2 tape runners, because this one might get buried some way, and and whatnot. And so I can't find it. So then I have another one that I'll find, and then that one will get buried up. And let's see, do we have more gifts?
Well, we do have a stand for that Easy Runner Grand, and that does help. That does help you find it. And I know a lot of us have those. I find myself using liquid glue a lot now,
Okay,
Bobbi.
there you go.
I don't know why. Diana was the pioneer of using liquid glue here at Memory Bound, and she was probably the only one really using it years ago, and now I think a lot of us are.
Everybody. Maybe not.
Quick and easy.
Yep. And then just throw it on there, and then I think we'll be done. And then
Well, I think what you can do, if you're not maybe a throw-it-oner person, what I would do is just kind of lay things out where you think you might like them, and then move them around, get it the way you like it, and then you can adhere them.
And I'm kind of a thrower-oner. What's that? Ask for forgiveness.
You're a thrower-oner.
Yep.
Not everybody is, but Bobbi is a thrower-oner.
Ask for forgiveness later type of thing. And that's also sometimes why I don't push it, or I use the repositionable, because then I can pull it up.
You can move it around.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so there, she's got the reception. We're good with the reception.
Looks good. Put some highlights there.
Yep. And again, the little washi tape, and we're done.
Looks good. Now, is this your final page here?
That is the final page.
And there's that cut apart. Happily. Oh, and the cars. You said use
I love the cards. Yep.
Yes,
I
do
cut
too.
that down just a little bit. So like I said, use the black.
Oh, yeah, I see that now.
Just trimmed it just a little bit, just to give it a little bit more of a pop. Pulled in the last of her colors.
Kind of frames it.
Yep.
A lot of people are talking about their Easy Runner Grand holders, so I might have to
Okay.
make sure I order some.
I was going to say,
Bobbi.
do I need?
I think we have some, but if we don't, I will definitely get
Kelly,
some
this is not supposed to cost me
They're
today.
handy.
I think I need
They're
an Easy
handy.
Runner, and I need a holder for my glue press. And
Barbara has a question for you, Bobbi.
Of course.
She wants to know if you are using the repositionable tape, do you go back later and add permanent?
I do not. I've got time for this, honestly. So to go back, what I might use the repositionable if I'm doing my own is maybe my pictures after when I'm making it. But I don't have time to go back here and do.
It might depend on the adhesive you're using. There are some repositionable ones that are really pretty good, and the Scrapbook Adhesives brand is a good one. I know
Yep.
Janet uses it on her cards that she sends, and Katie's been using it. So if you have one that maybe isn't as sticky, you might even just go back and just maybe peel it back a little bit and put some permanent. You can do that if you'd like.
And sometimes what I don't do is I don't push down like as hard. So when I kind of see, okay, this is what I like, then I'll go through and
put some pressure on
kind
it.
of put a little bit more pressure to be like, okay, we're good to go. Now this one, Kelly, I popped it, but I did it where like they can leave it up just a little bit so that if she wants to
slip your
put
photo under,
a photo under or
that's a great
however type of thing. And then I won't do it on air, but you guys know there's my lid, found it. Our We Are Memory Keeper albums. That's what this will go into, so they can use that.
So those are the leather 12x12 We Are Memory Keeper albums, and they come with 5 pages, which is like 10, front and back, and you can buy all different kinds of configurations. So the nice thing is it comes with your full 12x12, which Bobbi will slip her pages into. And gosh, doesn't it look pretty? I think it looks really pretty with this collection. But you can get all other kind of configurations. So if you want, you can get a page that just holds your vertical or horizontal 4x6s, just to add those extra pictures that you didn't have room for.
Yep, and you can add those in there for the bride and groom for them to add, as well. So, and maybe cut some of these down
and stick them in there
for them if you didn't use them.
Yeah, that's a great idea to leave some blanks for the bride and groom to add.
Yep. Who was it? Becky Higgins kind of did the 4x6 and the 3x4s, and you just slide it in, type of thing. So kind of do the same concept for them as well, for the bride and groom.
All right. Well, Bobbi, this has been great, and
Perfect.
I think you've inspired a few people. You've got people inspired to make their baby albums and now the wedding albums. So,
what do you guys want next?
I don't know, but thanks everyone for joining us. And Bobbi, thank you so much for
course.
coming in on your morning off today and to show us your album. We really appreciate it. A lot of us have wedding pictures sitting there waiting or have not even printed them.
Ooh, that's a start.
I'm a one-in-one. When
Okay.
our son's wedding, I have photos. Our daughters, I do not.
Okay.
So I need to get busy. But Diane says beautiful album.
Thank you.
And I think people enjoyed it. You made it doable. And Janet's comment about just, you just have to get started and do it.
Yeah.
And I hope you can come back again maybe with some other project.
Of course.
And then everyone, thank you so much for joining us and happy weekend. We are open today till 4 and tomorrow 10 to 4 and Sunday noon to 4. And come in and see us if you're in the area. We'll be back here on Facebook on Monday morning. So we'll see you then. Have a crafty
Bye, guys.
time.